Charles D. Griffith says, Rock should have cost Roman the match in the end. Roman didn't need the win, and where does Solo, the new group, go from here? Bad booking all around. From Charles D. Griffith. I mean, I don't know, bro. That's one show. I don't know what they're doing
Yeah,
next
but
week,
there
but
was
I'm just saying,
nothing
I
exciting.
thought
We're
this
not really
was
talking
as a
about anything on the
standalone.
show
I'm
today.
aware of that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But like I said, you don't know what they're going to do next week. Now I'm assuming.
Yeah, no.
Everything
Yeah,
got
no.
paid off. They paid it
But I
off in a
thought,
Well,
but I
WrestleMania
thought
I will
baby.
say this.
the stupidest
I
thing
will
they
say
did
this.
was all the time they invested in the Cody,
Rock.
Rock, right? Yeah, all that stuff. Like as if nothing happened. I was like,
to
what?
open the show. And people
Yeah.
are like going, what? So if they don't care, that's the first vibe you're sending out. Popping people in segment one is the easiest thing to do, right? Instead, he just stood there and said, yeah, I'm in LA. I'm a movie star. And now we're going to start the show.
And why is he doing babyface catchphrases?
The Rock?
I did not understand because the last time we saw him, he said, "I'm the final boss. I'm the boss of everybody here, and I do what I want." That's how he should have come out.
Because Moana made $1 billion.
Yeah, it's like Husey said earlier. He wants to be a baby face to help, sell the kids.
That's not good for business, bro.
Here's what I'm
Find another way to do it.
This was the time to promote the XFL if there was ever a time.
And as easy as this been, if he wanted to be a baby face, then turn babyface. Don't just come back with no explanation.
Right.
Well, let me say this. One thing they have been doing well lately, okay, and I'm assuming next week should be markedly different than this week. You have 4 characters on the show that need to get their heat back. I'm assuming next week is going to be like Drew gets his heat back, Seth Rollins gets his heat back, the Bloodline that just got beat, Solo and that crew gets their heat back. And who's the other one that lost? And Liv Morgan. I would think that's got to be the mindset going in because like next week they got to I mean, the show had no heat, like I'm saying. I would see those guys getting their heat back next week.
Well, Roman and the Bloodline, that's all going to take place on SmackDown, right? Wasn't this just
none of that? This is the thing. Everybody you see in the crowd that is a roster member is not good enough to be on this big kickoff show. We need nostalgia, legends, and whatever else, and who we deem top guys. Next week, when the Netflix execs aren't there, we're going right back to Dakota Kai versus whatever gimmick and this dumb segment, and everybody does 5 false finishes because we got to stretch for 3 hours. So we all go, oh, they kicked out. And then they take twice as long in their entrance to stretch, because you ain't getting Roman every week. No. You're not gonna it's not happening. So this was all for show, for buying another bad bill of goods for Netflix, just like Fox did it and got hooked by it, just like USA gets slapped around by WWE until it was put back into NBC. In 5 years, they will do the exact same move and sell this product to Amazon for an even bigger price and not have delivered on what Netflix just got all this sunshine blown up last night in LA. That's all it was.
But you kind of talk like they're not a successful company, which this is one of maybe the
best
years they've ever had.
20%. I'm a businessman. 20% success is not what I shoot for. I shoot
How
for
do you
100.
come to that number? How do you come to 20%?
I see them leave so much meat on the bone all the time, dude. They find the game and then they go away from it. They may be leaving
meat on the bone, but bro, they're having record numbers everywhere they go. Like yesterday, they said it was their biggest gate ever. Now think about all the other.
No. I'm gonna make a point. Ben, I gotta call you out on this, Ben, because you and Vince were arguing. This is how well they're doing. Okay. Like you could.
Are you kidding me?
I will say this: I argued with Vince over this. Okay, because Vince argued that it's bad that they're charging so much for their ticket prices. Okay, and I contended, bro, they're doing so good that they're not only are they selling out, but they're having to raise their ticket prices. It's like I don't know how you can point to a metric that they're not they're not doing, like whatever they're doing isn't working. And what they're doing that's working is they've mastered the art of just putting their best content out for everybody to see on social media every week in little bits and pieces. So you don't see all the crappy stuff if you're having to sit there and watch the 3 hours or the 2 hours straight. Bro, they're doing a great job with that. I don't even know how anybody can even argue with that. You know,
I understand what you're saying. I aspire for them to have all greatness. And when I watch shows like The Sopranos, it's not just Tony Soprano's storyline that is great. Christopher's is unbelievable in the thing. His girlfriend, when she's got a FBI on her shoulder, and you know these pressures, and you get these little worlds in second and third tier worlds spinning. When they intersect or bump into the main storyline, that's where it pushes everything. Instead, we have Bloodline's awesome, Punk's awesome, and then I get Tozawa and the Americans who look like Timu Steiner brothers, and like these things that no Dakota Kai versus the Feather Girl. Like instead of putting it on Natty Neidhart, so you could go Hart Family Legacy, Intercontinental Women's Champion, kick it off. You think either of those girls, Dakota Kai or that other girl, is gonna establish the women's
like a
IC
jobber
title?
there.
But
and I've been saying for a while,
this is where I say they miss.
Yeah.
So,
well, dude,
even
they're putting up
numbers
5
are up,
hours of
doesn't
TV
mean
every
you-
week.
you
Like,
can't
what do you think? They're going to bat? They're heading.
I do 3 hours of podcasting and can punch up their whole show because I did it for the USA Network president. So right after their show till 1 a.m. And it's just, there's no excuse when you've got 27 writers. It's not like, and that was the other thing that popped me in the very opening. That had to be AI generated, unless you do this too, Konnan. You go and get a 1948 typewriter, take it down to the ring and set it there right next to it and punch out storylines and push the thing over, dude. Like the imagery is so mind-boggling of what they claim to be and what they are, and numbers and money and all that. I get it in business, but
that's
you
all
could
that
have got
matters,
Yeah,
man.
that's how you judge
Look,
it.
there's people,
you could get 10 million.
There's wrestlers
Bro, this is-
that
that's
I
what-
don't
it's absurd.
understand. Okay, but
It's an absurd
there's
position.
wrestlers. Let me just say this: there's wrestlers that I don't understand why they're over, but they're over, and that's all that matters. It's like, I'll give you another example. I'm not a big fan of country music, but there's a lot of guys getting paid to play country music because other people like it. You know? Yeah, I don't
Bro, it's
think
not even that.
they're making money, bro. And
You-
that's
you
what
and- you
business
and
is all
Vince-
about.
You and Vince,
Listen
you
to
and
what
Vince
the
miss the mark
quality of
too
country
often.
music is, and it's just the same repeated
Dude,
drivel
I
with
literally-
the same 11 songs on the radio every hour. They don't support their same with hip hop too, bro. You're a hip hop head. If you listen to
Hip-hop
Big
sucks
Boy in the
now.
Morning or anything like that, it's the same 11 songs. They don't play any DOS effects to protect it. I watch dudes doing reaction videos who are 25 years old who've never heard of Mobb Deep, but they claim to be hip hop heads. They don't protect their own legacy at all.
Yeah,
and
but you
they
guys
should
think,
be.
but Ben, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. I watched a video where you and Vince were arguing that you thought the TKO was going to get rid of Hunter.
I would, wouldn't you?
Well,
No,
it's
not a bad
what?
job,
That's sort of what I'm like. Well, where are you coming from? Like, what metrics are there?
What metrics? I'm
point
talking about
to-
liability, dude. I'm talking about you know where the NDAs are buried. You know your father-in-law's women's head.
and now the
You're
girls,
married to the
now the
weird
girls.
daughter who sits on his lap. You already kicked him off the board of
And now-
directors. He did a comeback on you and then lost again. You know where all this is rumors from NXT that aren't that good as well. And dude, if you're TKO, you want to keep somebody around that's going to be a direct stooge pipeline to Vince McMahon. That is a liability to me, dude, as a businessman.
But this happens. This happens all the time in any business now. The HR department is getting
Those
bombarded
Netflix
with
people
claims.
who are up there going like that might be the next ones
Dude,
out of there because
look at
they
Fox.
booked sweeties.
Look at Fox Sports 1. What's going on with there now that the
Oh,
hairdresser's
that's
coming out
wild,
with I'm like, bro, this happens in every company. So it's like,
I don't hold these
you know,
executives
let
in
me
high
just say
esteem,
something,
bro.
Ben.
Most,
Ben,
go ahead.
You said that.
This
you
happens
just
so
said-
much. It's like you can't take down everybody. You know, that's the way I look at it.
But
So
you
it's almost
just
becoming
said that.
commonplace.
Yeah, you just said that Triple H is a direct conduit to Vince. Big deal. Vince has no power. What's he gonna do?
His 1 year no
Go ahead.
competes coming
Ari
up.
Emanuel is more powerful than Vince McMahon. Period. Ari Emanuel's endorsed Triple H. That's all. That's all he needs.
I think
Yeah.
that Triple H has done a good job.
I'm not saying he hasn't worked his way up, dude. As a Killer Kowalski guy,
Dude,
a fan
not
turned
just that, but
wrestler,
as
to
a
do that.
booker and
you
creative,
actually
I think
think
he's
that
done a good job.
the creative is as bad as it was when Vince McMahon was
You
in
asked me
charge?
why I thought I'd get rid of him. I'm looking at it from a board of directors point of view of
Now,
being
what's the liability?
anybody with one degree of separation from McMahon, we don't need here anymore because that is an open liability that
But
could
that's not its
come back
fault.
to shock us.
That's not its fault that Vince is a creep.
Welcome to it's heat by
how are you going to
association.
hold him
It's like
responsible?
almost like saying
How
everybody that
much
took a
have they
picture,
covered up for in the
everybody that
past?
took a picture with Jeffrey Epstein should be canceled. Like this, it's like,
At least
at
investigated
some
to
point,
some
you know,
degree.
like,
MikeDurbin.com. You can get the WCW-esque Konnan in that K-Dog Wolfpack style. Man, this Konnan might be Bendy of the Year right now.
I told you. Yo. Let me speak on this. Mike Durbin Productions exclusive. Konnan, I was the most impressed with Konnan, man. It's like undercover Bendy of the Year. It's a really nice figure. The do-rag is freaking awesome in person. I love the exclusive with the WCW packaging. I love this one with the camo. It's really nice.
And I will say a figurine expert who went to TJ on Friday, Matt Cardona, put it over as being a good figurine as far as figurines go.
Yo. Hold on, let me speak on this. Exclusive Mike Durbin Productions, K-Dog. Look at that. Listen to K-Dog, keeping it 100. Logo on the back, MikeDurbin.com. Get it right now. Low key might be Bendy of the Year. Go get it.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.